What's up, Three Count Crew? Welcome back to another week, another podcast where we talk wrestling. A lot to talk about, and a very interesting week, I'll say. A lot of backlash that I've been seeing a lot online. So let me introduce you guys. As you know, my co-host Sophia. Andy, say what's up to the people.
What's up? I'm Sophia.
Hey, how are we doing, Three Count Crew?
Andy, you still got to work on that enthusiasm, bro.
Hey, I'm trying.
Just like wake up from your nap earlier. Do something, please. But anyways, yes. So a lot to talk about, guys. We're gonna start off since we had off week last week. A lot to catch up on. Mainly focusing on this week. Starting off with Raw. Let me know what you guys liked, didn't like. Who wants to start it off? Andy, Sophia. Who wants to go?
Andy.
All right.
Go for it, Andy.
So, what did I like? Oh man, there's quite a bit that I actually enjoyed Raw this week. I think Raw personally maybe had the better show just by a little bit. Biggest takeaway was the whole very beginning part with Stephanie McMahon coming out, confronting Cody Rhodes, talking about each other, and how she can't match up to Randy in the voices in the head type version, and you can't play Randy's game. You need to play Cody's game. So I thought that was pretty interesting. There's a couple letdowns I realized watching Raw that kind of like personally bothers me. The biggest thing to me is it feels like almost every match there's an interference somewhere, somehow, no matter who it is. And we still don't really get that true match, like end to end, from the very beginning to the very end. I can only think of like maybe one or two matches, like Penta's match, that went the distance and the full count. So other than that, I think Raw in itself has got me a little bit more interested coming out for WrestleMania, especially with the ladder match now being involved. Overall, that's my take on it.
Okay, Sophia.
Yeah, I agree with Andy. I think this Raw is a little better than SmackDown. Just, well, I don't know. For me, it was a little lackluster at times. He's right. Like, there's a lot of interferences and not a whole lot of wrestling that much. But yeah, I agree with Andy. That's my take.
Well, I personally didn't like anything of Raw at all because we're 2 weeks out of WrestleMania.
Mhm.
It feels like they still don't know what the hell they're doing. Like if I would say there was one good thing, the only good thing was Oba, because Oba's just box office. But
Yeah.
other than that, like, I'm sorry, but CM Punk is too over the hill for me. Does it like him versus Roman Reigns? We've seen it before, unfortunately. He's lost a step. I don't think it's going to be the best match in the world. And Roman Reigns is going to win. We all know that. And the Usos versus The Vision, boring.
Yeah.
You had ISHO Speed interfere. Like, I didn't like it. You know, it sets up LA Knight versus ISHO Speed, which I think could possibly be a good match, but I just don't like that it's another celebrity. Not even a celebrity, another content creator, YouTuber, that they're relying heavily on to bring in an audience versus just building a good story and a good build up for matches. Because they're still trying to put the card together. 2 weeks out, it's great. Unfortunately, it's bad to say, but Vince never would have had this issue. Vince would have had us already locked in with all the matches except for maybe two, and invested.
Mm-hmm.
Becky and AJ again for WrestleMania.
I like it.
You know.
Yeah, I'm over it.
I mean, here's the thing though. We've seen it already.
Right.
I want something different, especially when
They
you
weren't
got
even
great.
at Raw, were
they had a little AJ challenged Becky at WrestleMania
That's
to
right.
a match.
That's right.
Like,
I was thinking
but
of
here's the
something
thing though. Like, to me, they're wasting what they have in the young talent like Javon Evans, who's not so far on a card at WrestleMania, which is a crime because that guy is phenomenal. You know, but yeah, again, I didn't pretty much like Raw. I didn't think it was very exciting. I mean, highlights was just Oba and Liv, Stephanie McCurr and Liv. I mean, that was kind of building up a little bit more. They're getting a little bit more. I would like to see them get a little more real with each other, but you know,
It's exciting though to see Roxanne back.
that was a
Yeah,
highlight.
that was good.
I'll give you that. That was good to see Roxanne back.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I mean, again, like Raw just didn't really hit for me. I felt it was
hated
very
that title
lackluster.
change.
With the Usos, yeah,
Yes, I
I
hated
mean-
that
Mhm.
title change. I was
Hey,
like,
me too.
why?
because
That
now
was
the
not
Usos
necessary.
are pretty much out of WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was so unnecessary. I was like, I did not want to see Logan Paul and
And then
Austin.
We still don't know who Penta's fighting at WrestleMania, and he's an Intercontinental Champion.
I thought they did announce it. I could have
Who's
sworn.
he fighting? I may have missed it. Who's he fighting?
Actually, I think it is Javon Evans, JD McDonough, Rusev. I want to say all in the ladder match.
Rusev.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Why
because I remember that's the one that threw me off. Where I'm like, I don't like Rusev being in the ladder match. I have no idea, but I think it would just get exciting to see Javon Evans in a ladder match with his height
that'd be so
and his bounce. So
Mr. Bouncy.
I could have sworn I saw that, and I just want to
You know what? You're right. It is Javon Evans, Dragon Lee,
Dragon Lee.
JD McDonough, and Rusev for the ladder match. See, I totally forgot about that because he was beefing with Dom still.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then came out so. Actually, this is a WrestleMania card so far. CM Punk and Roman Reigns headlining. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Stephanie McCurr and Liv. Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. Which that one I'm excited for.
Me too.
You have John Cena hosting. You have Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar.
That's
Now
my
AJ
match.
Lee versus Becky Lynch again. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre, which I'm sorry, I don't really. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams, which I'm excited to see Trick on the WrestleMania. And then you have the Intercontinental ladder match we just talked about. Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. And then we got that Fatal 4-Way for the women's tag team.
There's only one women's match? Oh, no, two.
Becky and
There's only two.
Four actually.
Four? Oh, okay.
You got the two women's titles being defended.
Yeah.
Then you have the women's tag team.
hmm
And then you have AJ and Becky.
Oh.
Why the U.S. title isn't being defended?
yeah, I knew
I-
there was a title missing, and you because no one here.
To me, I'm like, come on, guys. This is what I mean. Like, and this is why I don't think we'll spend much time on Raw. SmackDown, I think, was a bigger show to me, and there's a lot to talk about with SmackDown. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss about Raw before we move on to SmackDown?
Not really.
Andy, since you thought it was a better show,
I actually still think it was the better show when it came to more actual trying to wrestle and matches compared to skits, to be honest with you. I think really, and I kind of forgot to mention what the true highlight was, Oba Femi freaking tossing a security guard and then Brock Lesnar throwing the F5. But then it was also exciting to hear that Seth Rollins is actually cleared and he's back. I don't know what we're doing with it, with Seth being back and just beating up Paul Heyman, other than with Gunther, actually, right?
yes, good.
Which to me, it doesn't make sense because I don't understand, like, what are we doing with Seth Rollins versus Gunther? Gunther is doing his own thing. And for them to kind of play it as the Legend Killer, or the Legend Killer is coming after Seth Rollins now. It's disappointing, but at the same time, like, there's little things here and there that get me excited. Like I said, Roxanne coming back from injury, Seth Rollins officially being cleared, Penta announcing the ladder match was pretty awesome. And then the whole Stephanie McMahon coming out and Cody Rhodes.
That was so random.
That was weird.
That was random for me.
So, like, here's the thing, though, Andy. Just those were key moments
hmm
for you, but that doesn't make a better show. The show overall sucked. Stephanie McMahon out of nowhere. Why is Cody Rhodes on Raw? He's a SmackDown champion. Why is he on Raw meeting with Stephanie McMahon? This is the problem I have with it right now. Raw is so horrible because they're number one using SmackDown people to fill in the show, even though they have talent. And just such a random thing for Stephanie to come out of nowhere and be like, "Oh, you can't match Randy. Randy's too crazy."
Yeah, you can't beat him basically.
Like,
And I see that. I get where you're coming from. But to me, it's just one of those things where it's like a rare appearance. So I feel like you kind of just have to take it in. I do agree it is kind of weird with Cody Rhodes being out there, but the whole promo of them saying you're not like your dad and you're also never going to be like your dad was pretty like a catchy and a great highlight.
no. See, I think that is more impactful coming from Randy because they're both, second
Yeah.
generation superstars. Well, Randy being a third, Rhodes being a second. Not from Stephanie because she's not a wrestler anymore. She didn't even go here no more. Why the fuck is she coming out here to say you ain't your dad? You'll never be as good It don't even matter. That's like some stranger coming down the street and be like, "Hey, you look like a bum today." Cool. I don't care. I don't know you. I'm not gonna know you for the rest of my life because you're a stranger.
Because she's the boss. She's the
She's not the
true.
boss.
Her family is the true like legend
No.
and the creator of the WWE. So I
Yeah.
think the more highlight and the catch of Cody telling Stephanie, "You're nothing like your dad,"
That part was funny.
that
Like
to
I
me
was
was pretty
crying.
good because I feel the same way where I'm like, all right, I have no idea what we're doing. Vince would have never let this happen. And he's right. You're nothing like your dad. You're never going to be like your
Yeah,
dad.
but we know that already. That's what I'm saying. They're rehashing something they've already done. That when Cody first came back, Seth was hitting him with this all the time. You're not your dad. You'll never be as good as your dad. You're a crybaby. Roman hit him with it. That's why you left. Like, this has been done. That's why I'm like, why are we rehashing it? And with Stephanie McMahon of all people, like, give me at least his fucking opponent telling me this shit.
Yeah.
Not fucking Stephanie McMahon. That's just me though. But that's how I feel. But you know, like you said, Roxanne
Mm-hmm.
Perez, yes, I love it because she's such a good talent. She's gonna be the face
So
once
good.
once like
Absolutely.
Becky and AJ and them move aside as they start to window down their career. Roxanne's gonna be that face. Honestly, I think she should probably be the face now, along with like younger
Oh,
talent like
agree.
Tiffany Stratton in them. But you know, neither here nor there. You know, but I mean, again, to me, Raw was a letdown. SmackDown, I think, was a better show, and I think it's just overall just the presentation. Because if you look at moving on to SmackDown now, because I don't think you got much more for Raw there. I'm sorry, Andy. But the opening itself, I mean, I know people have mixed feelings,
Yeah.
but Randy Orton coming out, Cody Rhodes just coming out and be like, "Nah, bro, like we've been talking enough. Let's get it on." And then the surprise phone call. We finally saw who that was, which I'm pretty sure you guys are not happy with who it was.
Not happy with who it was. I was very let down when he came out. I was like,
It just felt thrown in.
It is a letdown, but his promo though
My gosh.
was straight fire because he was speaking truth. He
Mm-hmm.
was speaking of what we're talking about now. Like Triple H is horrible at booking right now. He doesn't know what he's doing. We're 2 weeks out of WrestleMania. It doesn't feel like WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like this is the problem, and that's why I love his promo. But yeah, definitely a letdown that Pat McAfee was a surprise call. I think we all wanted someone better, but
yeah.
you know, what did you
It
guys
made
think
no
of his
sense.
promo though?
The promo was amazing. Even afterwards, with them getting in the truck at the end, still talking smack, got me freaking hyped, to be honest, because he just speaks the truth. He's always spoke the truth, even when he was wrestling at one point. He continues to speak the truth on his own show. So what he said is, like how you said, everyone feels it. Doesn't feel like WrestleMania. Everything just kind of feels thrown in itself. But man, I feel bad for Cody always getting low blow, no matter who it is.
Yeah, you're right about that though.
Like that man just needs to wear a cup underneath that suit moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he does get low blowed a lot. But Sophia, what did you think of the promo? Because you're a '90s baby. He
I am.
referenced you directly.
He did. He referenced, the Stone Cold, The Rock. Yeah, okay, I have to give it to him. His promo was pretty good. It was kind of a little bit of a pipe bomb there, but yeah, I just can't get over the fact that it's Pat McAfee on the phone, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes no sense, but whatever. But he's a good talker. I admit he's a good talker.
I'll ask you guys this question: Who do you think it should have been then?
I think he should have been like a legend somehow, like someone from the past.
Like who though?
I don't know, but someone from the past. Maybe
You
like
can't-
Stone
you
Cold
can't-
Steve Austin or something.
Nah, Stone Cold's not coming back anytime soon.
You never know. You don't know that.
He's not. He's not.
Or The
He's too
Rock.
busy doing. No, The Rock's too busy with movies.
Could have been The
That's what I'm
Rock.
saying. Who would you pick? Who would you pick? I mean, we're fans. This is our gripe that it was a letdown. So I'm asking the fans: Who would you have picked? Who would have been the perfect choice? I know some said. Well, I'll say who some people think it should have been, but I'll let
Who?
you guys make your picks first. No.
Hey,
I want to see what you guys think.
I don't know. I was trying to think right now, like how great of a twist it would have been, but I think he's still on AEW with Dustin Rhodes, like his own brother turning on him.
Okay.
That would be an exciting and interesting because no one would expect that. But then he can come back saying, you know what, I should have had the glory at one point. I never had what you got, and it's not fair. I know they kind of did a little bit of like back and forth when they were both on AEW, but for them to bring that to WWE, I think that would have been more exciting because then you get a little bit of both the nostalgic of a legend like Dustin, aka Goldust, coming in, but at the same time, you can, I feel like, still go with something new and turn it into a family feud between two legendary families like Randy and Cody Rhodes.
Okay, that's interesting. That's one take. Sophia?
That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good, Andy.
Yeah, but now I'm asking you, who would you pick? Who would you have picked?
Okay. Well, because it was like, so when he started getting the phone calls, right? You know, there's just like rumors going around that Chris Jericho could have been coming back. And in my
Okay.
head, I was like, oh, maybe Chris Jericho's in his ear talking. But as we know now, that won't be happening, or did not happen,
Okay, so you would have picked Jericho to be the surprise.
or yeah, something like that.
Again, who would you pick, Sophia? You got to make a decision here. Quit being
Yeah, I guess Chris
indecisive.
Jericho. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, thank you. Jesus, girl. Can't just say somebody or something, I guess, for every
Oh,
answer.
yeah.
We want you to get decisive. Let us know. Let the people know. But I know it was a big rumor that Ted DiBiase Jr. was supposed to be
Ooh.
the person behind the calls since they were all in Legacy together. Now he's jealous of Cody having the spotlight and then him falling out of wrestling because he, So I know that was one thing that a lot of people were speculating. I think that would have worked really well. Your Dustin would have been interesting.
Yeah,
I just feel he's a little too over the hill to on a feud with his younger brother.
I think so too, but at the same time, I thought,
At least the betrayal would have been good.
yeah,
That would
the
have been
big
cool
pearl,
to see.
the inside scoop.
no, for sure.
Sophia Jericho is always a classic. I mean, you can't go wrong with Jericho. I know another one I read was Edge. Was
Yeah.
another one because he's the what is it? The opportunist. What am I thinking? His name here, Andy.
Uh,
I can't remember.
like back in the day for Edge before
Yeah,
he,
yeah, yeah.
before he was rated R.
Yeah, he was a master of opportunity. I can't remember what it used to call him, but anyways, I personally would have thought it should have been if he was still alive. It should have been Ric Flair's kid. I think that would have been
Yeah,
phenomenal because Ric Flair and Dusty had that beef. I think it would
yeah.
have been phenomenal if it would have been Flair's boy. But no, yeah. I mean, if I had to pick someone, I'd pick someone that everybody hates. I'm trying to think of who that would be.
Like someone on the current roster that everyone hates.
No, just like a legend, like you
Like
said,
in
a
the
legend,
Oh, okay.
like a legend heel.
Legend that everyone hates.
That would so like a Mr. Kennedy, or just
Yeah.
somebody that was really good heel that I think. But yeah, I agree that it should have been someone a legend that had ties to Dusty, Cody, and them. I think that would have been interesting. But you guys made some pretty good picks. I like those two. But besides Pat McAfee, I mean, he spoke some truth. A lot of frustration from the fans. And I sent you guys that video that a lot of people feel these kids aren't growing up with superstars anymore, like Stone Cold. There's no kids running around screaming, "What? Hell yeah."
Yeah.
Throwing suck it signs,
Fuck it.
or stuttering, or if you smell, or
What
shut
the
your.
rock is
It doesn't matter what you think, you know what I mean? Like, people feel that wrestling has gone down in that sense. And I ask you guys this question: do you feel the same way? Do you feel like wrestling has lost that, or because I have my opinion on this, and I kind of want to know what you guys think.
I wouldn't say it's completely gone, but it's definitely dying because you still have the acknowledge me,
The yeet.
and the yeet. So you still have some people going around saying like those three main catchphrases, and that's only three I can think of. But it is slowly dying compared to the variety that you had back in the day with The Rock, Stone Cold, just DX, just overall everyone. You know.
Okay, Sophia, would
Yeah,
you
I
agree to that
agree.
sentiment, or
Yes. Um, I feel like it is not the same for sure. Because we had a lot of catchphrases back then. Yeah, and like Andy said, I can only think of three myself. And not like I work at a toy store, and like I don't hear kids running around saying them all all the time, like how we used to do in school doing Suck It, and I got in trouble. But yeah, I agree,
Okay.
and it's very sad.
So here's my take on it. You guys are very old and stuck in your nostalgia, early 90s, 2000 eras. And this goes for everybody who's making that claim that, wrestling has lost this. There are plenty of catchphrases and superstars still available, but the world is different now due to social media. Not only do you have Yeah from LA Knight, you have Yeet from Jey Uso, you have the Acknowledge Me, you have Whoop That Trick now, which is a big one. You have the Oba Shimmy that people do everywhere now. You also have Mello's Money, Nothing But Net. Like you have catchphrases out there. I think the problem is these kids, they don't go around saying it because they have different forms of entertainment. They have a phone that they're always stuck on. Versus us who didn't grow up with that. So we had to come up with our own entertainment. Thus why we rehearsed a lot. Suck it, whatever, you know what I mean? Like we relived the wrestlers. We wanted, because that was our entertainment. And we didn't have what these kids have in phones nowadays. So I don't think it's diminishing. I think it's still as good as ever. I think it's just the world has changed.
I agree.
That
Where
should
the
be.
world's changed. How
That
many
should
times
be.
are you going around saying "whoop that trick"?
Every day of my life, because that is my goal. And if I am not whipping that trick, then I am failing at my life, Andy.
Okay, because the only time I can ever think about saying it is as soon as I hear the trumpets. Other than that, that's the only time.
No,
You know.
no. And then there's Adam Cole, Bebe. A lot of people scream the Bebe. Like,
True.
there's AEW that has a lot of catchphrases. Like, come on. I'm just saying. I don't think it's going that way. I will feel that at least WWE story wise is failing us big time compared to what we're used to, where they built stories for months and months at a time. And then they would like recall back to some earlier part of the story in a match 20 years later, or you know what I mean? Like they would recall stuff. So we're moving on to SmackDown. Let me know what you guys, to me, I think the highlight for me, I'm going to start this one off. The highlight for me is just that, whoop that trick. Trick Williams, I think, is, again, going to be the guy. To me, he has rock appeal, rock aura, as the young kids say nowadays. This guy breeds superstar. I don't think he needed Little Yachty, but I enjoyed it. The second highlight for me was, this is going to probably be a surprise for most people, Michin versus
That
Rhea.
was gonna be
That
fun.
match, like, she is proving herself to show that she is very good and steady. The fact, like Chelsea Green, they're very, very good. They're steady, but they're being underutilized because they feel these other people are a bigger name, which I think is where I grow frustration as a fan because Michin is very good. She should be like with Asuka, Kairi Sane, Chelsea Green. These guys should be in the title picture to me. But those were my highlights. What did you guys like? What did you guys think?
My highlight was that match because Michin is I've always known that she can go hard, and she's always been amazing to me, like always. And then that match just proved it to everybody else that she can go with the likes of Rhea. Like
Yeah.
that match was just like so good. And that reversal she did
Mm.
towards the end, it was beautiful. So
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. And I'm just like, it made me so happy to see her wrestle and wrestle Rhea like that. And I'm hoping she gets more momentum,
I
in the
agree.
future. Yeah, but that was definitely my highlight. And then obviously Bailey and Lyra. That was a pretty good match
Yeah.
too. Like the women to me just always kills it. Um
No, I agree. Because even at the ending. So one thing I didn't like though, before you go, Andy, one thing I didn't like is Charlotte and Alexa Bliss winning over Bailey and Lyra
yeah.
clean. This
Yeah,
close to WrestleMania, I don't like it.
no, same.
I just don't like it because you stop the momentum that Bailey and Lyra are trying to build by losing cleanly to these two.
Yeah.
Now I love the ending with what are they calling themselves now? Irresistible
Force.
Oh, the
Forces. And
irresistible force.
Yeah, the irresistible forces beating up everybody as it should be, because they're the champs and they should be going into WrestleMania with the momentum. Because that way, when they lose, it's even a bigger shocker to us. But yeah, I didn't like that Alexa and Charlotte won clean. But Andy, what did you like about SmackDown? Even
I
though Raw was
honestly,
a better show.
maybe not the better show, but everyone has their own opinion.
That's true.
But I was gonna say that was overall my highlight was
Mm-hmm.
Bailey and Lyra versus Alexa and Charlotte, just
Good
because
match.
it was such a great match.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was disappointing to see Charlotte to win because I felt the exact same where Bailey and Lyra really was having the whole momentum, and that you can just see them going up, and there's no true ceiling just yet for them. But man, it was pretty cool seeing that double ending at the very end for the finisher. Really, after that, the only biggest thing that I had taken away from SmackDown was how much I hate to see Sami Zayn win, especially at that dirty haluva kick that should have got him disqualified and ended the match there. Because that obviously the ref had a check on Carmelo. He hurt his knee. He was limping around. I was nervous for him. And then for you to just do that, man, that ain't you, Sammy. But at the same time, I'm not looking forward to seeing him at WrestleMania. I'd much rather have the Carmelo versus Trick
Oh my God, yeah.
at WrestleMania. That to me sounds like a more highlight, interesting match that will definitely get the crowd more into it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think Sammy is his time passed. Like the fans were behind him. Now I just feel like, bro, like I'm sorry, bro. Like you're never gonna win the big one. Deal
Mm-hmm.
with it. Move on with your life. Be happy in the mid card because you're not getting over any of these. If LA Knight couldn't get over to get the title, Sami Zayn got no shot. I'm sorry, he just doesn't. Like I will say, overall, SmackDown to me was a better show because we got a lot of things settled. So like the Wyatt family and
Ooh,
the
yeah.
MFTs, like that finally ended. It's about time because it's been held out too long. Like they should have ended that a while back. But I'm glad that that's done because now we can hopefully get Tamatanga versus Shinsuke Nakamura, the
Mm-hmm.
renewal of their New Japan rivalry, which is going to be amazing. If you've never seen their matches in New Japan, you should because goddamn they were so good. But I'm glad
Forgot
that
about.
was done. And then Aleister Black's like reimagining now, like his whole repackaging is starting to work because now he's picked up wins against Matt Cardona, Randy Orton. Like he's picking up momentum. I like what they're doing with him. I think he's being put in the right position now. And then of course Danhausen. Can't go wrong with
I
Danhausen,
was
bro.
about to say
Like
another
like
highlight was that.
I
Like,
love that the Miz was like,
yeah,
no, I don't want to be cursed. Ref, you get in front of me.
yeah. That
Like
that was funny. I love silly wrestling like that so much. And
it
like
was
Yeah,
a nice change. Yeah.
it was.
he's the he's rubbing off on me. Not gonna lie,
I told
Downhausen
you
is like
guys. I
okay.
told you.
Say about
And
it.
then with our truth, that's just like that's
Oh my
gold.
god.
That's
Yes,
Nah.
gold
they're
right there.
they're like comedy gold.
So good.
Like that is sports entertainment to a T.
Oh, I
Like
loved it.
Andy, so you missed our live with my buddy Dante where he was talking about AEW being the better wrestling show, which we didn't disagree. We told him, yeah, it's a wrestling show, but we're in sports entertainment, bro. We're looking at the whole package, the whole presentation. You know what I mean? And Danhausen and our truth, like you said, Sophia, is a perfect example
Yeah.
of sports entertainment. Like their
Inter
comedy gold. They're too
gold.
hilarious together. I want to see more interactions between them.
Yeah, me too.
I would have loved if
Me
little
too.
Jimmy, like R-Truth's little Jimmy, would have ended up being Danhausen. Like he was the imaginary friend this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that would have been a cool payoff. But
That'd
I
be
mean,
so funny.
but yeah,
But
no, I
yeah.
love it. I freaking love it so much.
Okay. I'm
What's up?
gonna change my mind. Hang on. Just like talking about this and like rehashing this the week. I'm changing my mind. SmackDown was a far better show. Seriously. Seriously,
Yeah,
like like talking about it, I'm like, you know what?
yeah.
No, SmackDown was a far better show than Raw because Raw I can't really think of anything
That stands out.
that stood out except Stephanie McMahon coming out because it just was like random and you're just like,
So
wait, what?
random, weird and random. Like,
What?
why is she here
I don't
today?
know. I still
Who
think
brought their
Oba.
parent to work today? Jesus, that's what it felt like. Bring your parent to school day is what it felt like.
Yeah, when I heard her song, I was just like, what's going on?
I was thinking that she was gonna announce something for WrestleMania.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
me
maybe
too.
she was gonna be like a host, or she's gonna be running the like Hall of Fame or something. But no,
She's in
she
the Hall of
called
Fame.
out Cody. No, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know if she was gonna. She announced like she's gonna MC the whole thing and promote the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. But nope,
Probably
she
not.
is. She's like, hey, you know what, Cody, you suck. You're not gonna be
You
as good as
suck.
Randy. So
I'm telling you,
yeah,
I still think it was a better one. Although I'm not gonna lie, R-Truth's promo or little skit with Damian Priest was hilarious. Calling Dan Hausen Oscar
Yeah.
and
yeah.
saying, "Who's that little girl running around them with the face paint?" That had me
Oh,
going.
it's so
But
It's
funny.
so good.
no, I still think Raw took the better show
Wow.
just because Roxanne came back and Oba throwing people and
Bro, you mentioned 2 5-minute segments, if that. You're looking at a total of 10 minutes out of that 2.5 hour show, and you're saying it's a better show? Stop
yeah,
it.
because of Penta
Stop it. No.
too.
Cause
No.
Yes,
No, bro. SmackDown from the beginning were
absolutely.
Cody and Randy. Then you went into Michin and Rhea. Then the MFT saga finally ended with the Wyatt Six. Then you had my boy Trick and Lil Yachty. Like,
Trick calling Sammy a ginger.
oh, that was
That was so
hilarious.
funny. Sorry.
Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, you cannot honestly think Raw was a better show. If you do, I'm gonna have to question your position on this podcast,
We're
bro.
forgetting.
Okay,
We're
now
forgetting.
Crazy.
We're forgetting something very important.
Oh,
Well,
what happened?
important to me when EO came out to save Rhea. The
That's another.
besties
You know
were
what?
back.
You brought that up.
I
What
was
the
like,
fuck are they doing with Io Sky, bro? How
I
was
don't
this
know.
chick headlining as a champion last year, and now she's not even on the WrestleMania card?
Maybe she'll be on the side on Rhea's
that's all she's
side.
gonna be
I
at
don't know.
WrestleMania.
I don't know, but
Like,
I was very happy to see her run out because that's what I thought she was gonna do last time. Like when BFAB and Michin and Jade were like kicking her butt. I was like, where's the save? Where's the save? And she didn't come out, and I was like, oh.
no, I think you had to let her get beat up to show the point, and then this week is where the
And
save
then
came in.
yeah, you're
Mhm.
right.
So,
You're right.
like, I get it, but like, I'm sorry, she is way too good. She's better than Rhea. She
So
should
good.
not be a sidekick to Rhea Ripley. Yeah, I said it.
And
She
I don't
is a
think
better
so.
wrestler than Rhea Ripley.
I don't
and
know
she
about that one.
ran out. First off, her match. She had that major, ooh, that scary moment. If you guys remember,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and now she's running out. She's a champ because like I don't know, like hitting the floor like that head first, I'd be gone. And I don't know, her neck is like
Well, I mean,
neck of
you wouldn't have
steel.
that far to go. I mean, you're already low to the ground, anyways.
How dare you? How dare you?
I'm just saying.
Leo is the same height. Well, actually, maybe she's not.
Okay,
She's
she's taller than you. I'm sure
just
of it.
just a little taller by this
Yeah,
much.
but
By this much.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but like you're this much is like this much to the rest of the world. So you know, I'm just saying.
Anyway, she has the neck of steel, and I'm very happy she's okay.
Yeah, definitely. But like that's my point. Like I mean, and I'll say it again. She's a better wrestler than Rhea Ripley, Andy. I'm not
No.
saying she's a better overall talent. I'm just saying she's a better wrestler than Rhea Ripley. Because Rhea's a household name. She's a bigger star,
Hmm.
but not a better wrestler than
No, I think
Io
they're
Sky.
kind of
She's
even.
No, Io Sky
no.
has not had a
Rhea
bad
still
match with
takes over.
anybody. Rhea has had bad matches with people. Io Sky has not had a bad match with anybody. I said it.
I'm trying to think.
Come at me. Come at me.
Yeah, no. Rio is still the overall better wrestler.
No. She's a better talent because she's a bigger superstar.
Well, obviously she's the better talent too, because she's
No.
mommy. Everyone loves mommy, but
No.
when it comes to the power and the strength of Rhea compared to Io,
Yes.
fine.
But that limits her moveset. Io doesn't have a limit. She can do anything. High flying,
She flies.
brawling. Like, Rhea doesn't do any of that.
Because Rhea doesn't need
Would
to,
if she wanted to.
but she
She can't
could.
do high flying. Rhea doesn't do high flying. She can't do half of the
Like
moves
seeing
that
Rhea
Io does.
getting Michin to tap out and actually went through a submission, to me that just changed her her whole style and her whole game up. Because
No.
when did
That's
she
what I'm
rarely
saying.
do that?
She does
That's what I'm
But
saying.
submissions though a lot.
because usually to me it's always her signature, like the headbutts the punches, the power bombs.
Here's a comparison I'll give you that you might relate for you better, Andy. So Rhea Ripley's like the Undertaker in a sense. She's got power. She's a brawler. She's a powerhouse. She can do those moves that you're talking about. She has a limited submission moveset in her to where she can get people to tap out. But Io Sky is the Shawn Michaels of the women's division. She can do anything and anything that you can think of in that ring that leaves people in awe and doesn't have a bad match with anybody. Name me the last time Io Sky had a bad match. You can't, because she doesn't have a bad match. Rhea, you can. Rhea, if she's in there with like Nia Jax, looks pretty bad sometimes in that match. It's not a 5-star match. You put Io Sky with Nia Jax, it's a 5-star match because Io Sky makes it that much better.
I don't agree with that still, because Rhea versus Nia Jax, the power versus power, especially when we saw Rhea legit pick Nia Jax up and power slammed him, or power slammed her. She has at one point. Yes.
But I could be wrong.
Because I still remember how in awe I was, because no one has been able to really do that to Nia. I think
Bailey did.
Yeah.
Recently.
I think Bailey.
Didn't Jordan Grace do it?
When did Jordan Grace do it?
I want to say she did it on the SmackDown episode when she was beefing with Jade Cargill, but I could be wrong.
I don't remember that.
I could be wrong. But what I'm telling you though is like the versatility of Io is what makes her better than Rhea, because powerhouse versus powerhouse is cool, but how many times do you want to watch Brock Lesnar and Big Show go at it? Because that's what you're getting when you're putting Nia versus Rhea.
Nah, I wouldn't put him that, because Big Show.
What do you think Nia Jax is? Slow and a limited moveset.
True.
That's the Big Show.
But yeah, and at one point I didn't even like Nia till recently. Now that she's tag team,
now she's gotten better. She's slimmed down a bit. She looks phenomenal. I will say she looks phenomenal. She's moving better. She's doing newer moves. Like she's getting better.
She hasn't hurt anybody recently.
And she hasn't hurt anybody, which is good. True. But I'm just saying though, like that's the comparison that I would say. But we can debate that at another time for sure. We'll definitely bring that to maybe a live.
Just bring that to a live. I was gonna say.
And we'll see what people think of it. See what the
people say.
See what the people think of it. You know what? I'm gonna say. You know what? Let's end this recording. Let's go live. Let's see what people think. I'm curious. I'm pretty sure most people will agree with me.
I doubt it. Not against mommy.
Sophia, who would you say is a better wrestler?
Bailey.
You're not gonna put me in the middle, please.
You have to. That's the whole point. There's three of us.
The whole point of the big three.
Oh my gosh! But you have good points, Art, and Andy. You have a good point too, because it's mommy. Okay.
1 point. 1 point.
Queen.
Okay.
The strength.
But
and the agility.
Yeah. But Io, I'm trying to think of a bad match that Io has been in.
You ain't gonna come to it.
I'm sure there's probably one somewhere.
Not since she's been on the main roster.
When she was with Damage Control somewhere.
How dare you? How
Even then,
dare
no,
you, Andy?
She was teaming with Asuka. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
No.
Because didn't she have a match with Kyrie at one point?
You're not gonna come with one, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna have to get back to you.
I really appreciate the high flyers. So like when she does those moves,
pick one, Sophia. Who's the better wrestler, Rhea Ripley or Io Sky? Pick one.
But okay, So I love Rhea Ripley. Obviously, I have a hoodie of Rhea Ripley, shirts. You name it, right? You name it. She's a fantastic entertainer. She's a great wrestler as well. But yeah, might have to go. Io is a phenomenal wrestler. I didn't watch when she was in Japan or anything. I didn't watch any of that. But if I go back and watch those matches before she got into like NXT and like WWE, I'm probably gonna be very, very impressed when she's like a rookie, and because So as a wrestler, okay, Io is definitely the better wrestler, but Rhea is the better entertainer.
Again, and I'm not making an argument that she's better than Rhea as a superstar overall package. Because mommy's mommy. She's a household name. She's a superstar. Just like The Undertaker is a household name. People that don't even watch wrestling know Undertaker. Same thing with Rhea Ripley. People that don't watch wrestling know Rhea Ripley. But what I'm telling you is the better overall in-ring wrestler and performer is Io Sky.
No.
Yes. And I will tell you, go watch Io Sky versus Penta and Lucha Underground. and come back and tell me she's not the best wrestler.
Okay, but that was Lucha Underground. We're talking about WWE right now.
It's the same person doing
It's just
also.
wrestling, Andy.
No, I get that in regards of like long term of her career, because before WWE knew Rhea, no one really.
Take that again, Andy. You're bringing in aspects that don't in ring ability. Go watch that match. What Io Sky does in that match, she can still do today.
Mhm.
That Rhea Ripley cannot do.
Yeah, and with the high flying, but there's still things that Rhea can do that Io can't,
But like
especially
what?
when it comes to the strength and
Just because
more highlight.
I was gonna say you don't know that because Cesaro was a small guy and people didn't think he had strength.
Okay, but how often have we seen Io throw someone around?
She doesn't need to. She kills him with speed.
Okay, and Rhea kills everyone with strength.
Again, but you're looking at two
But-
different arguments, is what I'm telling you. You're
What-
trying to argue
We're looking at
the strength. What I'm telling you is when you're bigger and stronger like that, you know this. You play sports. When you're bigger and stronger, you have like offensive linemen, defensive linemen, right? They're naturally slower because they're naturally bigger and stronger than the running backs and wide receivers. There's things that those little guys, receivers and running backs can do on the field, movement-wise, agility-wise, that the bigs can't do and can never do because of their size. Yes, you're right that there's one aspect where those little guys cannot match the power, but that's one aspect, one skill, overall skill, including agility, high flying, selling, telling the story. All that is what I'm saying, that Io Sky is better than Rhea because Rhea's body naturally has a limitation to it.
But in regards to selling the story, that's all Rhea. That's Rhea all day. From prior to Judgment Day to switching it up with Judgment Day, changing it up to being.
Well, you're talking about character development right now.
But
Again, I'm talking about in ring.
You brought it up with the story.
Yes.
No, I think he's
In
talking
ring
about, like,
story though, like in the
wrestling.
match. Yes, the wrestling within
Like
the
just
match.
like in the ring, not the. Because I agree with you, Andy. Rhea is like far better at that than Io.
It's because Io
But
doesn't
like
speak English.
she
Like
still
her
has her
promos aren't in
limitations.
English. That's what I'm saying. Like her promos ain't in English. If they were, she'd probably be just as big as mommy because people love Io Sky. But I'm just saying, we'll table that because I'm curious to see what the fans would think of that. I want to say that they would side with me in the aspect that I'm saying that she's a better overall wrestler, not a superstar and performer, because
it'll be
overall character, Rhea's a better character and she does a great job with her character. But again, in-ring wrestling performance is what I'm referencing. Io Sky is better, but we'll table that. We have 2-1 right now, Andy. So you would need some people to jump on your side on that right now.
I think a lot of people would jump on my side.
We'll see. That's why we'll go live. But that's pretty much it because we talked for quite a bit. Mostly me. I was very upset this week on the shows. So is there anything you guys want to talk about that I haven't given you guys a chance to bring up or anything yet? Because I was on my what grinds my gears this week for sure.
True. Hey, sometimes you just gotta speak what grinds your gears. You gotta speak the truth and speak your own opinion. And it's just like Io. That's your opinion. I think a lot of people still think Rhea. One thing I will say, I am excited moving forward that brought me and thinking about SmackDown was Tama Tonga and giving back the lantern. I want to see him, and I'm curious to see if he can do like his own little run, maybe get away from Solo and really start shining.
Yeah, he was mad at Solo.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys, do you feel they should break that up? I feel like
So
it's run its course. I don't know, but what do you guys think?
I think
Like, I
so.
feel they're
Yeah.
just holding them back now.
I think so.
I'm kind of over that little faction.
Because I feel like we don't see all of them wrestle and that they're just there.
I
I
don't
think
even know.
they have a problem with too many factions right now. I think they need to break some of them up and let them be individual superstars because then they have
But I love faction.
more matches. No, I like a good faction, but I feel like it's overpopulated with a faction.
Mhm.
And I feel like they need to break it up so they can be more individuals. So then from there, you have more matches that you could put on because now they have individual wrestlers that they can bring in and have different matches. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's just
And that's my fear because that's honestly like one of the biggest things that got me stopping watching AEW. But just because they had way too many factions, and I felt like it was just turning into one group versus another group, versus another group. And that's what I don't want for the WWE. And I would much rather keep it more individual
Mm-hmm.
and try to see which superstars truly shine on their own.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. Sophia, you have anything that I didn't let you get to while I was on my soapbox this episode?
No, not really. We kind of touched on everything, but I really wish they would do a little bit more with Liv and Stephanie
More
because
how
it's
though?
just
What do you mean?
like just a little bit more storyline with them. I feel like um I feel like when Liv's out there, then Stephanie just comes running in, try to beat her up, and then but I don't know. I guess I just want a little bit more going into WrestleMania because we get that they don't like each other, but like I just don't know why or like what. I don't even know.
Have you not been watching their promos?
I mean, yeah, I have, but like,
Like Stephanie has explained why, because she
Mm-hmm.
feels that Liv's been handed everything. She never had to struggle in the independence. She never had to struggle and
okay,
fight
well,
because
that's
Stephanie's coming from nothing in her native country. Like she feels Liv is the ideal American. We're entitled.
the golden
Everything's
child.
being given to us. Like we've never had to struggle. That's how she's viewing it as most countries view Americans is that
Okay,
way, you know. And that's their beef. And Liv's like, no, I'm just better than you because I am this good. So that's where the beef. But I get what you're saying that
that's true. You're right. You're right about that.
no, but I get what you're
I get
saying. Like
you.
referencing that more and
Just
more
yeah,
as to
just
why is a little bit refreshing. It'll help keep up like
yes,
you're getting the animosity. You're getting where they're coming from for the animosity.
because we only get like just a little few like minutes with them, and then like other people, like let's say I know this is like because I don't know. I'm really behind the women, but like Roman and CM Punk get like a whole like much more time to talk.
Yeah, but I think it's also playing into Stephanie Vickers. Like English is a second language, so her
That's
speaking
valid.
kind of plays a problem because she can't cut a promo fully in English like Liv can.
Oh,
And I
that's
think
valid.
that's why they keep it limited so that
Mhm.
way it doesn't hurt her, and her character. But I agree that I think they should do something, maybe not a live promo, but like a sit down interview where they're going back and forth, back and forth,
But
back
like
and
that
forth.
one
You
sit
know what I
down
mean?
interview was pretty
It
Yeah,
was pretty
some
funny hearing Liv
something like
call
that.
Stephanie
You know?
Basuda or her mom,
Yeah,
Stephanie's mom Basuda.
I was like, oh
yeah,
my gosh, she's talking about her mom.
yeah.
They're trying to just say something in Spanish. It's
I
funny.
think I
Yeah.
think I think something like that would be cool, where you have a translator and
Mm-hmm.
they're just, you know what I mean, like they're. But
Yeah.
I agree though that they should be referencing why the animosity is there a little bit more than
Yeah.
just
And she's the
having them
women's
fight.
champion, so like they should be able to give a little bit more of that. Because we get to see like a lot for Rhea and Jade going at it.
Yeah, but here goes back to my point, Andy. Raw sucks because they don't allocate the time correctly for the stories that they should. While
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown is cooking right now, the past few weeks have been good overall. Not saying it's the 10 out of 10, but it's the better show of the two so far going into WrestleMania.
And let me just say, I think Raw sucks, but this week Raw was way better, especially with having Roxanne come back, having
You
a
just call her
more.
Roxanne. I see.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
Roxanne. Just every time I watch Penta, it gets me excited, and I enjoy watching Penta every single week defending the title. So just to me, like those certain things, and then sadly seeing Roman Reigns getting beat up, which makes me anticipate and assume that he's gonna get his lick back next on Monday next week
Who?
for Raw. Roman beating up CM Punk, hopefully,
Oh,
because
CM Punk.
I'm a big Roman Reigns fan. So every time he's been coming out was nice. And then overall, like I said, I really think Oba and Brock Lesnar like really put the icing and the cherry on top and making Raw way better than SmackDown just because of that whole promo. I think that's the one true thing that's making me excited for WrestleMania out of all the matches compared to Raw and SmackDown is wanting to see Oba and Brock fight. So
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a shorter match.
I hope not.
I don't think it's gonna be that long.
Oh, I really hope not.
Because think about it. If he squashes Brock Lesnar, that solidifies like this guy is now the guy. He's the ruler. So I don't think it's gonna be a long match,
But
we'll see.
hopefully, Beast Incarnate, so
We'll see.
it doesn't turn into a splash match.
It'll be interesting, I'm sure. That's for sure. But all right, guys. Anything else before we jump off here? Anything you want to touch, Sophia?
Give Michin a chance.
I'm with you on that. Okay.
Hashtag.
Hashtag. You should start that hashtag.
Hashtag give Michin a chance.
You should.
Please. At least give her like the US title, please.
I think she'd be great to fight against Julia. I think that'd be a good
Yes.
matchup.
That match with Rhea was just so good. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I think her and Julia would be good. Andy, any last thing that you want to say besides?
Mommy's always on top.
Pretty sure she's not the champion, so she's not on top right now. But okay. No. You said what you said. You said what you said. That's not going to age well for you. So we'll see. But okay, that's going to be it for us, guys. Andy, did you get a catchphrase yet?
Just stay extreme.
Bro, you stole my catchphrase. Don't steal my catchphrase.
Okay. Stay
Keep it
hard.
extreme.
Oh, keep it extreme, and I'll keep it hardcore.
Keep
We're
it
still
extreme.
talking about wrestling, right?
Absolutely.
You guys just changed the topic on me without knowing? We're talking about wrestling, right?
Of course.
She's talking about keeping it extreme. You're talking about hardcore. I'm really confused now.
Yeah, keep it extreme.
Always keep it hardcore.
Anyways, we're done here. We're done. That's the count. We're out of here, guys. We'll see you next week.